What up? What up? What up? It's episode 76, man. Happy New Year. Anybody watching, anybody listening. Hope you have a dope, fun, entertaining, positive 2022. I guess we calling this like a special episode because everybody that was on the last episode, the favorite movies of 2021, I had everybody come back and record most anticipated movies of 2022. I wanted to drop it on New Year's Day. I was gonna drop 2 episodes on January 9th. I was fuck it, let's do a special episode, and we gonna do most anticipated before any official movies come out. The same panel, the same Q&As, I guess, as the last episode. And then bars, man. It's gonna be like what I have. I hope to grow in 2022. But like I'm not the best at reaching out and seeing who wants. If I can get any guests, you know what I mean, like to talk, people that have been involved in the movies to come and talk about the movies. So that's a goal for this year. Interact and cross over with other podcasters. That's a goal for this year. And like these 2 episodes, the favorites of 2021, most anticipated of 2022, that's the jump start of that, man. Shout out Defend the Movie. I've said it a few times. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. So what I want to do is, Sig, like me and Sig crossover every time we get down, because like I invited him on this show. He's a regular. This is as much his podcast as it is mine, and he be doing his thing. Like the Sigma Cinema podcast is very dope and fun and informative every episode he puts out. Yeah, man. Continue to rate each episode, YouTube or whatever. Good Pods, Apple Podcast, Anchor, Spotify, however you're getting your podcast fix. Kick a review. Like let people know what you think of each episode, and keep like you guys can help this podcast grow as much as I can. Just with a rating, with a review, like it's appreciated. So yeah, man. Come back with the folks. I'm gonna slide through the most anticipated movies of the year, and then I'm gonna drop some bars, man. Rec League Podcast. All right, starting us off for the new year, 2022, most anticipated. Defend the Movie comes back. Who went first last time? Y'all want to switch it up?
Lex listed his top 5 last time, so yeah, I can take it off. I can take it over.
5-1, go ahead.
All right, number 5, we got the 355 with Jessica Chastain. Comes out this month. If the episode airs January
next week.
I just love that it's female driven, just kicking ass, all that fun shit. Number 4, this one's been delayed time and time again, and hopefully we're finally seeing it this summer. The Bob's Burger movie.
Okay.
I know it's not the most obvious choice, but I love Bob's Burgers, and I know it's going to be like the Simpsons movie all over again. Number 3, we got Halloween Ends. I mean, Michael Myers. Do I have to say anything more? Number 2, we got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. After seeing everything that happened on Spider-Man, no spoilers, obviously, and Wanda is my girl. I just can't wait to see what the future of the MCU holds. And last but not least, another movie that is also coming out this month, Scream. I have been a diehard Scream fan for all the past 4 movies, and the fact that the poster flat out says the killer is on this poster, we don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friends on another podcast saying we think one of the original 3 are going to die. I hope that's not the case. I think it is going to happen. I don't know, but I'm going to be screaming in the theater while watching Scream.
Nice.
I know. I had to do it that way.
All right, man. What you got?
All right. So I'm actually gonna start with one for my 5. I actually torn between 2. So I'm torn between the Thor: Love and Thunder movie that they're making and Sonic 2. I'm not even gonna lie with you. You're looking at me like, whoa. And I actually like this first Sonic movie. It was just really cheesy, but I liked it. I don't know what it is. It was just adorable. But having said all that, the next one, Black Adam. You know what? Dwayne Johnson, he kills it in his roles. I don't know how he does it. The Rock, good for him. Black Adam's an underrated character for me in the DC EU. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to do a great job. So, looking forward to it. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for number 3. Obviously the first movie they did was outstanding. It was like the people were saying it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. And Spider-Man 2099 is going to be in this. If you're a Spider-Man fan, then oh my god, I'm so excited for that. But I actually have the same number 2 as you, Meg. Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Yes. Doctor Strange is slowly but surely becoming a better and better character for me in the MCU. I think Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing as Doctor Strange. One of the best casting decisions ever.
Yeah, for sure.
And Wanda obviously is. I think she's great. I wouldn't put her as my favorite, but I think she's really, really good. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with that. But my number 1 superhero ever is the Batman. The Batman movie that they're making. I am so excited for this movie because it's not saying Joker. It's not saying Joker's the number 1 villain. The Riddler's the number 1 villain. And they don't do Riddler justice in anything. So, I am very excited, very, very excited for the Batman movie that's coming out. And I would say that is my most anticipated movie for 2022.
Nice. I actually think Batman the Animated Series is like my Riddler, but I'm really curious to see what they're doing with Paul Dano.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait for the live action Riddler. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah,
you know,
Jim Carrey.
I love Batman. I'm very unpopular here when I say that I still don't think Robert Pattinson was the best choice.
Oh my god.
But I'm willing to give it. I know, canceled right there.
Should I hang
But
up?
I am willing to give it a shot. So I am excited to see it. Also the fact that it's Colin Farrell playing the Penguin, right?
Yep.
And just seeing the trailer, it's just seeing how much he transformed himself. I think that's what I'm most excited for, to see just the transformation of these actors into these characters that we've been following for decades, and just seeing how they approach it.
I've been telling everybody that Colin Farrell gave a career best performance just in a trailer.
Yes, just the scene with the fire.
Yeah.
Without saying spoilers, that's gonna be crazy.
And the Batman in his early years when he's like brutal Batman.
Yeah.
Yes. We need that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Really I appreciate you guys jumping in this second episode with me. Do you guys have a drop date for your next episode?
Let me pull up my calendar because I was caught off guard with that. January 3rd is our next episode coming back out. We'll be coming back with episode 8. Our last episode, we threw a wrench into the plan where we actually teamed up instead of going against each other. We can't let that happen again for at least a while.
Yeah.
So episode 8, I think we're coming back with my choice. So we'll be defending a movie that I love. And we'll be back to yelling at each other for another 20-30 minutes.
Nice. So 2 days after this drops, that'll drop. So moving on to the next interview. All right, back again. We got my guy Alex. Last time it was favorites of 2021. This time it's a new year. So it's 2022, 5 most anticipated. Knock it out, man.
All right. You want 5 to 1 once again?
Yeah.
All right. So number 5, Fantastic Beast, The Secret of Dumbledore. And then The Batman, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and of course, sounds biased at this point, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
All right. Now, which one of those do you want to elaborate upon, like why you're so excited for it?
All right, so it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna just let go of Spider-Man for that one because everyone's going to be talking about that for quite a while. Once it starts off. But I'm gonna go with my number 2 with this Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Okay.
And I noticed all of these movies are sequels.
Hey, you like what you like, man.
Yeah, that's true. But Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was something that I was excited for from the very beginning after I saw the first movie. Mainly because I am a huge fan of the franchise. I grew up playing almost every single video game known to man for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right.
And they got the source material, I want to say at least 95% accurate. Like almost everything I see, all the Easter eggs, all the character build-up, the character developments, the bonds, you name it, man. They have everything accurate to a T. And I think it's pretty cool because, I mean, the director clearly stated he's a Sonic fan.
Yeah.
So I believe what he said when he says that he's a Sonic fan. I just, the first mistake he made was releasing that first design.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but no, they got Tyson Hess, who was one of the comic artists for Sonic the Hedgehog, to redesign all the characters in his own way, and now they released his final product, which is what we got today.
Way better.
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to the third movie. I already know what the third movie might come up to. I got theories, but we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's the movie I'm probably looking forward to the most.
All right, man, that's what's up.
When it comes to at least like next before Spider-Man, of course.
Yeah.
That's the second one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was my whole thing that you don't necessarily have to talk about your number 1. Whatever movie you wanna emphasize on, man, just go ahead. But I appreciate you jumping in, and somewhere down the road, man, we'll get you back on a group conversation. But we gonna move to the next person and wrap this episode up, man. All right. The time gap in between episodes is shorter, but I wanted to drop the most anticipated on January 1st. So, got my guy, Nick Goodman. 5-1. Most anticipated, buddy.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing. Number 5, and at this point, it's worth noting that, we don't even know what's going to come out next year. So, where we are with movies, it's still kind of fucked up. So, just kind of based on what I've seen and what I know is happening. Number 5, I have The Flash, assuming it does actually finally come out. Number 4, this is it's mostly bullshit. Number 4, Thor: Love and Thunder. It's gonna be bullshit, but it also could be the best movie ever. And based on what I know, it could be great.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, number 3. Could honestly be number 1. It's just coming out in 2 weeks. So number 3, I had Scream, which if I had more time between now and then, I would probably be clawing my eyes out. But it's it's right around the corner. So I'm just yeah, Scream's coming. It's my favorite movie. So we'll see if it lives up. I'm gonna switch my number 1 and number 2 because I just saw the theater for what I had or the trailer for what I had for number 1, and I'm putting it number 2. Number 2, I have the Batman. It was number 1. It could, by the time I get to it, it'll be I can't wait for this. It's gonna be the best. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. I'm 80% sold on it. I should be 100% sold on it.
I'm so sold.
I need something else. I need something to get me more excited for the Riddler. So
the Zodiac Riddler.
I need something to get me more excited because Paul Dano playing the Riddler is such a great idea, and I'm not seeing enough of it. And number 1, I feel like I have already seen enough to get me excited, and the possibilities are way more for what it could be. Right now, my number 1 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Based on what we saw a week ago, based on what we know and what could possibly happen, it has the most potential to be the jaw-dropping movie, at least for now. So many other Marvel things and superhero things and big tentpole things, might come out, but we don't know. Black Panther, it's we don't know if that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
We don't. It's going through turmoil, and we don't even know what it's going to be about. Haven't seen any photos or trailers. So that didn't make the list. Like, I have no faith that's going to actually come out in 2022. And then, like, other stuff,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Aquaman, we don't know. Black Adam, we don't know.
Was that your expansion on why you're excited for Strange, or is there something else you want to touch
sure.
on?
Not really. I mean, like, I just think, like, we know Wanda's in it. So we know it's going to acknowledge WandaVision, which we have seen. We know what we saw in the little trailer at the end, if anybody, knows Spider-Man spoiler.
And Loki.
So seeing that and seeing, we've seen the Doctor Strange What If episode. It's obviously playing with that. We know that's going to be cool. 3
Disney Plus series from 2021 are going to be directly correlated to Multiverse of Madness.
Knowledge.
That's crazy.
Movies, which is like new. Yes, that's like a first. They've been afraid to do it for like 9 years. It's like, we know that is cool, and we know that is going to happen in this movie. We from what we saw in Spider-Man dealing with the multiverse, stuff like the possibilities are crazy. What we saw in Loki with the multiverse, the possibilities are crazy. So it's all there to be like the best movie I've ever seen. Whereas Batman, I'm like, this could be great. This might be the greatest movie of all time, but I'm also like, it could just be another Batman movie.
Dude, it's Seven meets Batman. I'm
not
so hyped.
100% like, I'm not 100% sold on like, this is necessary. Like, we need this right now.
Colin Farrell has given a career best performance in a trailer.
Maybe. Like, I'm hoping. Like, by the time it gets here, like, I'm doing a long binge for it. By the time it gets here, I'm gonna be like, yes, fucking feed me. But now I'm like, do we need this more than we needed Affleck's solo movie? I'm like, right now, I don't know. I don't know if we did, but I'm hoping.
I'm rolling with you on that because I did want the Batman directed by and starring Ben Affleck more than this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love continuity more than this because we're getting the Flash, we're getting Aquaman, we're gonna get another Wonder Woman eventually, another Shazam. That's like, Batman is just gonna be a separate thing, or they're gonna try to make it make sense. And I'm like, I'd rather.
Bro. The post credit scene to the Flash is gonna be him and his exploding of the multiverse. And then they're just gonna grandfather in Robert Pattinson into the Justice League. It's gonna be a mess.
And that's another thing. It's like, the Flash could be great. It's a great idea. They should have done it years ago. Spider-Man has beaten them to it now, and they could do it better. They could do it bigger. There's potential for it to be better, but it won't be like it won't. It'll be like, well, Spider-Man did it first.
Yeah,
you missed the window. You had everything going for you 5 years ago.
Isn't that just DC being DC, though? Like, hey, we did it, but after.
That's their move. And they're going to, Doctor Strange is coming out before that.
Yeah, Doctor Strange and The Flash are the 2022 multiverse movies.
Yeah, they're going to keep doing it. And if I'm not mistaken, Across the Spider-Verse comes out before The Flash.
Part 1.
That's in my anticipated somewhere too. I need another trailer for that, but it's in there. It's in my top 10. But again, like, it'll be Marvel shitting on DC until November. Then we'll be like, oh, cool, it's an old Batman.
Yeah. So, the 9th, January 9th, we're doing first quarter of the year. I expect you back. And we're moving on to the next person, even though the two of us will have seen the 355 by then.
Yeah.
Next up, returning from the end of the year podcast, most anticipated podcast. Awesome Joe comes back, man. Same thing as last time, man. 5 most anticipated of 2022, 5-1, and then pick one movie to talk a little bit about why you're so excited.
All right. So number 5 is going to be Nope, the Jordan Peele next movie. Number 4 is Jurassic World Dominion. Looking forward to that. At number 3, Mission Impossible 7, whatever that entitlement is going to be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be cool. Number 2 is the Batman.
That's number 2? Okay.
That's number 2. Yeah. I have some ideas about that. That's why. And then at number 1 is Halloween Ends.
Okay, going off your list for last time, that makes sense. All right,
yeah.
Go ahead with one. Go ahead with one of them that you want to talk about a little bit more.
Okay. Well, actually, I just want to take one off of the list because it's like there's so many of them that I would love to talk about, but one in particular is actually number 5. My number 5 note, because Jordan Peele is actually a really good director. I mean, I love his work on his recent 2 films, especially the movie Us. That one really caught my attention and got me so excited that when I heard that he was already going to go out there and work on another movie, and getting to see that poster too, you just get to see this cloud over a small town, and then what is that? The little flag thing that like Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, it's like for thunderstorms or something. I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm probably wrong.
Is this in reference to Back to the Future 2? Is this a time machine? We don't know what this poster is, but yet it's got me intrigued. I got, there's a huge interested question mark saying, I gotta know what this is. I gotta know what it means. So and I trust Jordan Peele so far. Usually there's if you are a successful director, evidently down the line you're gonna end up with at least 1 or 2 or more.
Oh yeah, his sample size is too small. Yeah, he's 2 for 2.
I mean, yeah, there's like Spielberg, he's great, but he's got some flawed movies as well too. So, but yeah, Nope is the one that I really am interested in a lot. One that is not like a superhero Marvel movie or things that most people would find very interesting, because that one I'm really intrigued with.
Cool, bro. I appreciate you for joining, man. Like, you've been I think you've been on at least one episode every year I've been doing the show. So when your time opens up, when our time opens up, man, like I'll try to get you back on, man. I appreciate you jumping in with us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, sir. Back again. I invited my wife to come back and to share her 5 most anticipated movies of 2022 with us. So 5-1, what you got?
Jurassic World, Scream, Lightyear, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and then Creed 3.
And which one of those do you want to expand upon why you're so excited?
You already know.
Okay, besides Michael B. Jordan, what excites you about Creed 3?
Michael B. Jordan is enough. I just love the continuation of Rocky. I love Michael B. Jordan. I don't know. Shirtless Michael B. Jordan.
That's how you gonna do me on my own podcast. Nah, it's cool. Yeah, he's directing this one. Actually, I don't think Sylvester Stallone's in it. I think.
But they got the same mindset. They got the same motivational, and something happens. If he dies, he dies.
I
revenge
think
for the best friend, and
it's not officially confirmed, but do you remember Loki?
Yeah.
You remember the guy, he who remains, the guy at the very end of the last episode?
Maybe, sort of.
Nah, you know him if you saw him, but he's gonna end up being the main opponent for Creed in this movie. From what I heard. But appreciate you jumping on the podcast. It's fun.
And he's a good actor. I mean, not only is he nice to look at, he's a good actor. I've actually I followed him since The Wire. I wasn't attracted to him in The Wire, but as he's grown,
Chronicle.
I don't think yet in Chronicle. Maybe, I don't know. There was just this moment that it was whoa.
Okay, let's on to the next person while she over here drooling.
Okay,
I'm gonna go get.
About old lady
I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna go get her a napkin. All right, back again. Got my dog, old man Lawrence. I had to make sure. It's hard to get my dude to commit to these podcasts, so I had to make sure it was a double bill, and he's in 2 episodes, 2021, 2022. So 5-1, your most anticipated movies of 2022, man.
I'm gonna go Uncharted as number 5.
All right.
I played the PlayStation 3 games back in the day. I think I played 1 and 2. I didn't play anything after that, but they were just like a really cool story.
Hey, bro. Rapid fire.
Oh, my bad. Uncharted. I'm gonna go Thor. I'm gonna go Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, Jurassic World, and of course, the Batman.
All right, now if you want to expand on Uncharted or another one of those, go for it.
Man, it's true. I'll just go with Uncharted because the hype around Batman. I don't even have to explain it. Matt Reeves, director of my favorite trilogy in a long time.
Bro.
The Apes movies. But yeah, Uncharted. I played the video game on PlayStation 3. I played 1 and 2. I didn't play any other ones because I kind of fell off of video games there for a while. But the cast is just interesting, and the whole story behind it was interesting.
Antonio Banderas.
It was one of the best next generation games that I had played on the PlayStation 3, and it kind of, especially the very ending of Part 1, like it was really dope. So I'm interested to see how they can make it a movie and make it entertaining because video games, movies have a history of being so-so.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully this one can be the one that sets the bar from here on out.
They've been trying to make this movie for so long that when the rumors first started circulating about it being made, Mark Wahlberg was connected to the Tom Holland role.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like they cut out like 25 years real fast.
That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't remember how early it was, but I wonder if he was just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to go make Max Payne, and then that shit was ass.
And that's another video game movie that wasn't so good.
Man, I think my favorite video game movie ever, I think right now, is the Mortal Kombat that came out last year.
That's tough, man. I had to think about that one because there's not too many good ones.
Like video game movies are historically horrible.
I thought Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal would be the one, but that was just a blockbuster so-so movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was okay. I saw that for the first time before Mortal Kombat last year. But yeah, man, appreciate you jumping in. When the topic strikes and you got the time, I'll get you back on.
Absolutely.
Moving on to older brother Lawrence. All right, next up, 2022 most anticipated. Same as last show, man. 5-1. What movies are you most looking forward to this year?
All right, so like the other way, I hadn't thought about them in order, so I'm gonna have to pull an audible here. So I'll say number 5, Sonic 8. Excited for it.
You kind of broke up. Was it Sonic 2?
Sonic 2, yeah.
Okay.
I said don't hate. Definitely excited. My girls and I.
You're not the only one.
My girls love it, and I think it's super fun. So yeah, looking forward to Sonic 2. Number 4, I'm always down for anything and everything Jurassic Park. Number 3, I was struggling between Strange and Thor here, but I'm gonna say Strange, just because the multiverse is just so open and crazy that I have a feeling that's gonna be bananas. Number 2, Spider-Verse. Give me more miles always. And number 1 for me definitely is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's number 1?
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is a force, and to see her kind of starring in a movie that, I guess this would be the one I rap about. Seeing her in a movie where it looks like it's going to have the kind of martial arts and fighting that's going to hit all those levels of cool and awesome, but then just her bouncing back and forth between the multiverse.
I was going to say, this is some multiverse shit too.
Yeah, with her going back and forth and running into other versions of herself, she's just an incredible actress, and I think she's just, I mean, not even knowing the movie, like, I can't imagine someone being better cast for a role like that, doing both those things, like being able to, at her age, still kick everyone's ass, and then carry the emotional weight of all these characters, and I'm sure she's gonna have to do multiple personality types and things.
Oh, for sure.
She's great. I mean, like, Star Trek Discovery is probably my favorite ongoing TV show right now, and she was in the first few seasons of that. She's just like, anything she's in, I'm up for. But that movie just hits all the boxes for me. It's gonna have some action. I'm sure it's gonna be funny. It seems like it's gonna be thought-provoking. Dramatic. I feel like it's just gonna hit all the nails on the head. So
yeah. She's been dope to me ever since Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, I see. I always forget that she was even in that. Yeah, back in the day.
Bond girl.
Can't forget Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. Appreciate you jumping in. I know, like, since I cut out sports out of the show, out of the podcast overall, and I just didn't have time to do NBA predictions, but I'll find a way to try to get you in a group conversation when you got the time, man. We're gonna wrap this up, move on to the next list. All right, man. It's my turn to hit y'all with my 5 most anticipated movies of 2022. From 5 to 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Creed 3, Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 2, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and number 1 is The Batman. Sue me, it's all franchises, it's all sequels, it's all big budget comic book. That's my lane. I'm gonna talk about The Batman because it's the one that we have a Doctor Strange trailer too, but I'm so hyped for The Batman. Seeing the trailers, I'm digging what Robert Pattinson's doing. Word is it's a year or two very early on Batman. He's known in Gotham, but he's not like the legend that we expect yet. He's building up. Not even the villains, man. Selena Kyle's doing her cat burglar thing in a beanie. Riddler looks like the Zodiac killer. Penguin, like the trailers alone. This is Colin Farrell's all-time best performance. Don't at me. I love the trailers, man. Matt Reeves, like, Cloverfield is good. Let Me In is good. Matt Reeves does not have a bad movie. People already liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and he took the Planet of the Apes property and made Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and they're iconic. He made that Apes trilogy the best trilogy of the 21st century, in my opinion. With his direction and the source material, man, I feel like this movie is gonna blow my mind. It looks like it could be R-rated. It looks like Batman meets Seven. That's so crazy to me. I don't need an R-rated Batman movie. It would be fire if it was. I want to see Matt Reeves tackle villains like Mr. Freeze and Man-Bat and Clayface in this world. I think he could pull it off. I'm so ready and so hyped for The Batman. But I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna let the next person in line talk about their most anticipated. Next up, 2022 most anticipated. Like I told y'all a few days ago on the favorites of the year, my brother, Legacy. What's up, man?
What's poppin'?
Same as last time. 5 to 1. What's your most anticipated movies of 2022?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Halloween Ends, The Batman, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's my 5.
All right, which one of those do you want to elaborate on a little more on why you so hyped for it?
I think I'm gonna do The Batman.
Ooh.
Everybody knows that I'm a huge Marvel fan, but I kind of root for DC, too, because you wanted to be competitive, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching the trailers for the Batman movie. They giving us stuff, but they kind of been a little hush with it as well. And that's kind of exciting, man, because I want to see what they do with it. I want to see if they're going to just go completely the dark route, or they're going to make it kind of humorous. And I don't really know what to expect, which is always a good thing when you're looking forward to something. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that, man. I could have took the easy way out and went with a Marvel movie, but...
Man, you threw me a curveball, yeah, because I thought you was going to talk about Thor, and then I thought Creed 3 was going to be on your list.
Man, listen, there was too many.
No redos.
Too many anticipated movies, man, this year, man. It is on the list, man. It's somewhere on there.
Yeah, for sure.
We needed 10 for 2022. We did.
All right, maybe next year. But hey, yeah, we gonna move it on, man. I can't like erase everything I've done and then redo the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of movies that look good coming this year. But
right.
Whenever your time is free, whenever it's a topic that I know that you gonna be into, I'm gonna definitely bring you back on for a group conversation. So
Let's get it.
On to the next person.
Yes, sir.
Back again for the most anticipated of 2022, my guy Hector, man. Happy New Year, bro. What's your 5 most anticipated movies of 2022?
My top 5, number 1 easily going to be the Flash movie, and then Black Adam, Aquaman, the sequel, the Batman, and Thor, Love and Thunder.
Cool. Which one of those do you want to highlight as to why you're so hyped for it?
I've got to say the Flash movie, just because it's got to play major implications on where the DC universe is headed. What changes, what's going to happen, where they're going to go from there, and who's going to step up to the plate and just lead that franchise. There's just a lot of questions that need to be answered still from the fallout of the past movies that have come out. So it's definitely the Flash for me.
Yeah, I've wanted a Flash movie ever since I was a kid, man. I'm afraid that they're gonna try to erase everything that Zack Snyder put into the universe and do their own little goofy old vision that we're gonna have to live with. But
yeah,
I hope not.
It's just doing that has still it can be confusing to the audience because they're still using characters that Zack Snyder created. Like they have the Aquaman. I'm sure he's going to end up getting a third movie, and one of them his third movie is already. But like those are all characters that Snyder brought into his universe. So to kind of erase that, it's going to be a little confusing because they still have his staple on those characters. I think forever, as long as they use those characters, those actors. So that's going to be kind of confusing. I'm sure they'll do something similar. They'll try to do what everyone's assuming that they'll erase. But those characters are forever his.
Yeah, for sure. Like. They're trying to like milk all this money off of the characters that he cast.
Yeah.
But yeah. I got nothing but high hopes for the Flash movie. Like they've already announced Michael Keaton's gonna be in the Batgirl movie too.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. I saw some of that briefly read about it, but I just tried to stay away from like a lot of just the just conversations of stuff until I officially hear it from like the main sources.
Oh, okay.
Because I up until this point. Or just her own like entity,
You broke up a little bit. Repeat that.
I up until this point, I didn't really know if the Batgirl was going to be a part of the DCEU or just her own universe.
Yeah.
So for them to announce Keaton that's pretty telling. That's going to be interesting where they fit her in with the whole squad.
Yeah, for real. I didn't think about that. Like I knew they was putting movies on HBO Max exclusively, and the Blue Beetle just went from HBO Max to theatrical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the thing right now is the theme with superhero movies right now, or like for the last couple of years, is team up movies. It's not just a superhero. They have multiple other superheroes in the movie with them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Doctor Strange and the Flash are both gonna be those movies that kind of like explode both universes, and every character they've ever done could possibly pop up in a movie. Yeah,
man. Forgot about Doctor Strange. Next year's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Doctor Strange is from what I've seen from the trailer, he's got to pay big for what he did for Peter Parker there. Sorry, spoilers for No Way Home.
No, I told Eric and Nick. I sent them the GIF from Don't Be a Menace. Not Don't Be a Menace, from Menace to Society. I said Wong was in the Doctor Strange trailer. Like, you fucked up, right? You done fucked up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well,
that's perfect.
I appreciate you jumping in these last 2 episodes with us, man, and I'll definitely.
Man. Thanks for having me, man.
I'll get you in a bigger group conversation later on in the year, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I look forward to it, brother.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Once again, got my guy Rocket coming back full circle. Same thing, man. Rapid fire, 5 to 1, and then pick one of those that you want to talk about why you're so hyped for it.
Okay. Got an honorable mention is Jordan Peele's Nope, but my 5 is Morbius. 4 is Knives Out 2, which I want to see what they do with Netflix. 3 is Avatar 2. After like 30 million years later, we're finally getting a sequel. Then this is tough, but I got to go with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the second one. And my anticipated movie is The Batman. That one looks, that's the one.
That Batman is the one you want to talk about?
Yeah, Batman, because I want to see how they're going to use, but supposedly it's the year 1 Batman. Like, this is like his first, like, early in his life as being Batman.
I think I heard year 2.
Year 2, right? So it's like him just starting to get even. He doesn't even know how to become Batman yet. You know, he's like learning the ways and all that, and you could tell this is more of a raw Batman. It's like how we've seen, like, you know, Christian Bale's Batman or Keaton's Batman. You know, it's even Ben Affleck. Like, Ben Affleck to me that's the Batman of, you know, the refined one. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of his career. With Pattinson, this is more like, you could tell, like, he's more visceral. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. Like, there are no rules of how I handle things. So it's gonna definitely be interesting how they do this. But that's the most anticipated one for me.
All right, for sure, man.
This year.
You know, man, you know you one of the guests that I bring back and jump into the group conversations every so often, man. So at some point in this year, man, when the signal hits the moon, man, be ready to jump into conversation with us. We're going to move on to the next person. Ready. All right, bet. Next up, 2022, most anticipated, 5 most anticipated. Melissa is back. Same as last episode, 5-1. What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh, 5-1. Okay. Kind of hard to judge among them, but let's say the Batman, number 5. How can I choose? I don't know. Nope. Number 4 by Jordan Peele. MI7. Avatar 2. And then for 1, I'll pick the one I'll talk about. I know it's kind of like iffy, but The Tragedy of Macbeth, which is supposed to be a 2021 release, technically. But I think most people won't get to see it until 2022, right?
Yeah, I think January 14th it's on Apple TV+.
Okay, good. I didn't even know that. So that's going to be the one that I actually want to talk about. And I picked it as 1 because I'll get to see that soon. I've been waiting, you know. The other 4 are so abstract, so that's why I don't know how to order them. Like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the reason why The Tragedy of Macbeth is so cool, I mean, we know some details. It stars Denzel Washington. It stars Frances McDormand. It's Coen Brothers, right?
I think it's just one of them. I don't remember which one.
Maybe Joel. Sorry. Maybe just Joel, right?
It's Coen Brothers.
Is Joel married to Frances? I'm just guessing. The one
I assume so.
Let's say.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about that, you know, I'm no Shakespeare expert. I read Shakespeare in high school like everyone else. I read Macbeth. I read Othello. I read Romeo and Juliet. I read A Summer Night's Dream, obviously way, way back then. The cool thing is, you know, obviously Denzel is black and Macbeth is going to be played by a black actor. That's not typical in Hollywood, at least. I don't know about on stage. Maybe that does happen. What usually happens is Othello is a Moor. Back in the day, that's what Shakespeare called men who they actually weren't supposed to be white. They're supposed to be, I think, Middle Eastern. Okay. So a cool thing is that Othello in Hollywood is usually played by a black actor. So Lawrence Fishburne played Othello in 1995. So I think the stereotype, the typical thinking we have is, if there's going to be, you know, a black actor doing Shakespeare, they would do Othello typically. But he's doing Macbeth. It's very cool that they're doing this. Denzel is obviously one of the best actors, no question. So, you know, why shouldn't he play Macbeth? I'm sure Macbeth and Hamlet, sorry, I forgot to say I read Hamlet too. Macbeth and Hamlet are probably 2 of the most coveted roles for actors to play.
And Macbeth is such a rich role, and it's a very violent story, and Macbeth and Lady Macbeth have a very crazy relationship, so it's definitely going to require a lot of acting, and you need someone like Denzel to play that role. So I think there's so many cool things about that. It's not the expected choice for the cast, and they're not doing the expected play, which would be Othello. I love Othello, but what can I say?
Yeah.
He's gonna do Macbeth instead. Obviously, I'm not the best for violence, so that's my only fear. So many Macbeth adaptations have actually come out recently that I kind of wanted to watch, but I kind of was like, oh, it's gonna be so violent. So who knows what this one will be like? I guess we'll have to see, but I'm definitely gonna try it. I know the story, so it's, at least I can predict when the violence will happen. But that I'm excited about. I think it'll be cool. I like Shakespeare adaptations for sure.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That weekend is so crowded. I don't know if I'll get a chance to watch it, but I'll try. So
So when did you say it was coming out?
The 14th.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of releases around that?
Yeah, Scream comes out. Hotel Transylvania is gonna be on Amazon Prime. That movie's on Apple. And then the Ray Donovan movie is gonna be on Showtime.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're getting a lot of content. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So we're on the 9th, on Sunday the 9th, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the entire first quarter preview. So
okay.
Moving on to the next person's most anticipated. All right, man. Last up, most anticipated 2022. Happy New Year, my guy, Sigmund Cinema. You got a New Year episode, first episode 2020, 2022. You want to plug right quick? Fucking
I'm trying
Foghorn
my best to
Leghorn.
do a New Year's Day or Eve episode, but be on the lookout for that. So that's gonna be I'm planning on doing an underrated movie, which is not easily available. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but it should be getting to me in the middle of the week. So
All right.
look out for that one.
All right, so 5-1, your most anticipated movies of 2022.
Yes. All right, we're ready. So 2022 is a movie we know nothing about except the title and the writer-director. And that's Jordan Peele's Nope. And that's great. That speaks a lot to him as a filmmaker that we don't know the damn thing about the movie, but the title and the poster. But
That's a popular pick.
Yeah, can't really say anything about it. So nope, number 5. But what else I got? A trailer I recently saw.
Hey, bro, rapid fire, Sig.
It stood out. But so anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So number 4, no, not 4, 4, The Northman.
All right.
And that's you wouldn't expect me to say that, but number 4, not 4, 4. And number 3, just out of curiosity, Avatar 2. Because I want to see what the hell Cameron has up his sleeve.
Push back again.
Yeah, oh god. Number 2 is the closest movie release date wise, Scream, or the 5th Scream movie. And number 1,
5 Cream.
It's Thor, Love and Thunder.
Okay. Well, which one of those you want to expand upon why you're so hyped for it?
Well, that'll probably be Thor, Love and Thunder, because you got Taika returning, writer director.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman coming back, and the Guardians are supposed to be in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just it's to see how he redeemed Thor's Taika Waititi, that is.
Yeah.
How he redeemed his individual movies, and that's very rare. I mean, well, No Way Home just did it, being the 3rd movie, but
man,
yeah,
I'm not taking any Homecoming or Far From Home slander because No Way Home is so dope.
Yeah. But no, that was good. But as far as improvement upon its predecessor,
yeah,
that's
for
all
sure.
I mean with that. Yeah, but no, yeah. So I'm definitely to see what he's going with this, and yeah, that's about it. That's as simple as that could be. I mean, great filmmakers make great movies. Comic book movies or not.
Cool, dog. You know the drill. We coming back on the 9th, and we're going to talk about that first quarter of the year, but I'm going to wrap this episode up, rhyme a little something, Put a bow on it. Yo, Rim Rocker. No rapper been hotter. Y'all lack the game. Don't even know why you assigned a gym locker. Stankin' ass. Anytime you put on the spot, you blanking fast. Stuttering like you Joe and Mr. Cow. It's this rec league shit. Bars nothing short of mythical. Condition being critical. Technological being digital. But I'm old school. Give me that compact disc. Ink pen, kingpin, hip hop, Wilson, Fisk. Thinking that you a daredevil, you better reconsider the risk and chill until the next episode.